This is Oliver Garcia, a 12-year-old boy who loves to surf, always do the right things, and blah blah and all that stuff. But he's not an ordinary 12 years old because he's also known as Thunderboy, a superhero who came from another planet named Gore with powers which he used for good. Powers like laser eyes, flight, super speed, super strength, X-ray, and super hearing. Now that you know he's a superhero, let me tell you about his origin. Fever from Superman. This is Planet. I can't even see. Heard the news that in 3 hours, Planet Gore is going to blow, so his parents sent him to an escape pod. His parents sacrificed their lives because they loved him with all their heart and couldn't bear to see his son die. When the escape pod took off, wait for it, his planet went with all exploding stuff. People of the Earth also stopped the explosion because it was huge. When a woman was walking home from work, he saw a rocket landing crash into her front yard. She ran back to her house to see what the fuzz is all about. What the fuzz? Anyway, when she was at the front yard, she spotted a rocket, which she also spotted a baby. She picked it up and showed it to her husband. Her husband said that they should footage in the rocket about what happened on the planet Gore. They understood and tried not to tell him. First day of middle school. Okay. He was a little. This is Oliver. He was a little nervous. He had butterflies in his belly. He's worried he might not make friends and kids might laugh at him for being the new kid.
Hello, kids. My name is Mr. Neutron, and I will be your teacher this year. Don't worry, we'll have so much fun,
said the teacher. What the class had to do is first writing an essay. Remember, say with his speed powers, he felt freaked out that he wrote the whole thing for 3 seconds. After school, he went to the park to play soccer with his dog Felix. But Oliver kicked the ball up and went all the way up to outer space and landed on the top of the tree. Oliver grabbed the tree and lifted it up. With his super strength that he didn't know he had, everyone gasped in surprise, and Oliver himself. Back at home, Oliver and his new father, the one on Earth, were cleaning up his room. After they were done, Oliver asked a question.
Dad, can I ask you a question?
Asked Oliver. Sure, son, you can tell me anything, said Dad.
I lifted up a tree at the park. Do I have superpowers?
When his dad heard that question, he froze for a moment and didn't say a word.
Dad?
He said, then he spoke and said, ask your mother, and ran to the kitchen to make lunch. Wow, what a back fail. The next morning, Oliver gave her new mom, right here, some orange juice. Thank you, honey, she said.
Can I ask you something?
Asked Oliver. Sure, sweetie, answered Mom. Oliver asked the same thing he told his dad. Oh, look at the time. It's time for breakfast, said Mom. At night, Mom and Dad were talking. And that's what Oliver asked me, said Dad. He told me too, Mom responded. Meanwhile, in the creepy 1,000-year-old house. Oh no, it can't be. It's the witch man. Isn't this a surprise? I spy on the Garcia family, and I hear that they have a son and he didn't know he has superpowers? Ha! Pathetic, said the witch. Maybe if I get the same powers as him and not new powers, I can finally destroy Window City! He said. Humans were asleep after his parents were sleeping. Much better. Oliver tiptoed with his super suit on to the living room to see if he has superpowers or not. He tripped and fell to the stairs that led to the basement. What he saw was a rocket, which he also saw a message about what really happened 12 years ago. It told him everything, including the fact that he has superpowers.
I knew it,
he said disappointingly. His screams woke his parents. He heard them far away because he had super hearing. He used his super speed to change to his pajamas. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in bed, Dad said. Oliver was slouching down disappointed. Are you okay? Asked Mom. I can't believe it. I came from a planet with superpowers. Is that true? He said. They can't hold a secret anymore. Yes, you have powers, they both said. But why did you keep this a secret from me for 12 years? Asked Oliver. Because we might be afraid that you wouldn't understand, Mom answered. But without knowing, Oliver and his parents were teleported to a 1,000-year-old house, aka the Witch Man's house. Where are we? Mom questioned. Welcome to my house, Oliver, said the witch. How did you know my name? Asked Oliver. The witch man said, Duh, I spied on you for 12 years, he answered. You monster, said Mom angrily. How dare you call me a monster? He said. With anger, he turned Mom into a 12-year-old girl, and for Dad, Wally got turned into a mouse. What do you want from me? Asked Oliver. Oh, nothing. I just want your powers. And yes, he got few of his powers. Why did you get the powers I have? Oliver asked. Well, that's a good question. To destroy Windows City, that's why, answered the witch man. Hear me, magic orb. With these powers, I will be unstoppable. The magic orb spoke. Your wish has been granted. Poof. He turns into Gargo the Beast. Yes, finally. Now off to Windows City. He smashed into the wall and terrorized the city. Come on, son, you have powers. You could do it, said Mom. Yeah, we believe in you, said Dad. Thanks, guys, and I'm sorry I was so upset with you guys, he said. With his super strength, he freed him and Mom and Dad. He ran fast as a lightning to get his costume, and then he turned into Thunderboy, the protector of the earth. Now let's get to the awesome part. Anyway, Thunderboy soars into the sky and sees the city being destroyed. Look, up in the sky, some guy said. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger, everyone said. I'm not a bird or a plane or a cheeseburger. I am, oh, I know, Thunderboy, Oliver said.
That's a good name.
Someone said.
Ha ha, how can you defeat me? I'm more powerful than you.
Said Gargo.
Think again.
Oliver said. He used his X-ray vision to find his weak spot, and he found it.
You will never defeat me, Thunderboy.
Yes, I have a weak spot, but you'll never find it, said Gargo.
Let me guess. It's in your chin.
Oliver said.